Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and, honestly, blast off on a bit of a space mission through our vocabulary notebooks. Today, we're exploring the Greek root COSM, which is literally the universe of words. If you're a serious spelling bee student or, honestly, just someone who totally loves unlocking the secrets of the English language, you've got to know this. It's the ultimate cheat code. By mastering just this single building block, you're going to be able to break apart incredibly complex, unfamiliar words and basically memorize their spellings with zero sweat. So buckle up. Here's our mission flight plan for today. We've got 1. Welcome to the cosmos. 2. Ancient Greek origin story. 3. The cos word family. 4. Shape-shifting spelling rules. 5. Spotting the hidden root. And finally, 6. Master these cosmic words. Let's get to it.
Section 1. Welcome to the cosmos, the root formula. So, the absolutely crucial point here is the root formula itself. Just like you know that phone means sound, right? Think phonograph or telephone, and graph means write, you need to hardwire COSM into your brain as meaning world or universe. It's usually pronounced COSM, but sometimes you'll hear it as COSM, depending on the exact word. So here's a really simple mental trigger for you. Whenever you see COSM, your brain should immediately flash to the world or the universe.
Section 2. Ancient Greek origin story, from cosmos to English.
Now, what's really interesting is where this cosmic word actually came from in the first place. Way back when, the ancient Greeks used the word cosmos, spelled with a K, by the way, but they didn't just use it to mean like the physical dirt and rocks of the world. No, they used it to describe order, arrangement, and harmony. They looked up at the night sky and noticed that the whole universe seemed so beautifully, perfectly ordered. Over time, that exact idea of a perfectly ordered universe spread right through Latin, straight into our learned English writing and science, and it survives today because, well, we still desperately need words to talk about space, global connections, and beautiful order.
Section 3. The cos word family. Everything connected. To really grasp this, I want you to picture a giant, perfectly arranged circle, okay? And inside that circle is absolutely everything. We're talking the stars, the planets, cities all across the globe, people, ideas, the whole shebang. Every single word in the Cosmo family keeps this core idea of world, universe, order, or global connection right at its very center. Some words are going to focus heavily on outer space, sure, while others focus more on worldwide cultures. But that giant circle of the world is always the anchor, always. Section 4. Shape-shifting spelling rules, root variants. Notice how the root can appear in a few slightly different forms, even though the core meaning always stays tied to the universe. We have the standard COSM, but then we also have cosmo, cosmos, and cosmic. Now, you might be wondering, why does the spelling actually change? Well, Greek and English word building often just adds vowels, like that connecting O in cosmo, or specific endings purely to make the words easier for us to pronounce out loud. As a top-tier speller, recognizing these slight shifts is absolutely vital. You aren't just memorizing random strings of letters, you're recognizing the root wearing different hats. Section 5. Spotting the hidden root. Be a word detective. So sometimes COSM completely hides inside much longer, way more intimidating words. Here is a veritable constellation of longer words where our root is hiding right in plain sight. We've got words like cosmography, microcosm, or, get this, even cosmetic. Yeah, cosmetic actually comes from the ancient Greek idea of bringing order and beauty to the face, just like the order in the universe. Mind-blowing, right? Advanced spellers don't panic when they hear a huge 5-syllable word. They just scan it for the roots they already know. So how do you actually spot it under pressure? When you hear a tough word in a competition, ask yourself these 3 quick detective questions. 1. Does the word involve the world or the universe? 2. Is it about order, arrangement, or bringing things together? And 3. Is it connected to space, global life, or large systems? If the answer is yes, and you hear that distinct COSM sound, you can confidently bet your bottom dollar that COSM is hiding inside that spelling.
Section 6. Master these cosmic words. Core vocabulary showcase.
First up is the absolute foundational word cosmos. It literally translates to the ordered world, but its modern meaning is simply the universe as an ordered whole. Now, here is a crucial spelling bee note for you. A very common mistake is spelling it COSMUS. You gotta remember its Greek origin, cosmos, with an O. It is always S at the end. Don't fall for the U-trap. Next is cosmic, meaning related to the universe or outer space. The morphology is super simple here. Cos plus the suffix ik. It's a really short word, but it's an important one where you absolutely must remember to start with a C, not a K. Because it sounds like cosmic, people naturally want to reach for that K from the ancient Greek spelling. But in modern English, it's firmly 100% a C.
Okay, let's level up a bit to cosmology, which is the science or study of the universe. The Greek origin combines cosmos with logos. Here's the trick. When you add lology to mean the study of something, you almost always need a vowel to connect the root to the suffix. Whatever you do, don't forget that crucial connecting O right in the middle of cosmology. It's COSMOLOGY. Dropping that middle O is a trap so many spellers fall into.
Now here is a massive word for spelling competitions, cosmopolitan. It literally translates to citizen of the world. Today we use it to mean someone who is worldly, international, and totally familiar with many cultures and places. The morphology here is just amazing. You have cos for world, plus an O connector, plus polit, like politics or city, plus an. A huge warning here for my focused learners. Watch out for the very end of the word. People often mistakenly spell it Politain, basically trying to make it look like the word maintain. Don't do it. It is just an at the end.
Next we have cosmonaut, which is a space traveler, specifically an astronaut in a Russian context. I actually love the literal meaning of this one. Naut comes from the Greek word for sailor. Think nautical, right? So a cosmonaut is quite literally a world sailor or a universe sailor. How cool is that? And again, listen for that connecting O right smack in the middle.
Let's do a direct comparison here between two words that absolutely love to show up in vocabulary tests and essays. First, we have microcosm, which means a small world or a miniature version of a much larger system. For example, a single classroom could be a microcosm of a whole society. We contrast that directly with its exact opposite, macrocosm, which uses the prefix macro for large, meaning the bigger system or the whole universe itself. Notice that neither of these require a connecting O after the prefix. It's just microcosm and macrocosm. A really common trap here is sneaking an extra in at the end, like COSIM. Don't do it. Just stick to COSM. Here's a beautifully descriptive word for you, cosmography. It combines our root, the connecting O, and the suffix graphy, which means writing or description. So cosmography is the literal writing, describing, or mapping of the entire universe. Just remember to use that O to connect the world to the writing. But what about how it all started? Well, that brings us to cosmogenesis. By simply adding the word genesis, which means birth or origin, cosmogenesis perfectly describes the origin or creation of the universe. If you know that Genesis is the first book of the Bible detailing creation, locking this word into your memory is an absolute piece of cake. Finally, we have cosmological, meaning connected to the study of the universe. Now, I know it looks like a very long, scary word on a spelling test, but it's incredibly pattern-based. You have COSM, the connecting O, and logical. If you just follow the morphology pattern rather than trying to memorize 12 random letters in a row, spelling it is an absolute breeze. You've successfully completed this space mission through the COSM root family. You've seen exactly how understanding one ancient Greek concept of order and universe can literally unlock dozens of complex English words. Remember, mastering morphology isn't just about memorizing. It's your ultimate spelling cheat code. It turns you into a brilliant word detective. So I'll leave you with this question to ponder. If one tiny root can unlock the entire universe, what other incredible root worlds are waiting to be discovered in your dictionary? Keep exploring, keep breaking down those words, and I'll see you in the next explainer.